The 100th video, every mystery points to the same question. 100 videos, 100 mysteries. We have stood at the edge of the Mariana Trench. We have walked into the Dyatlov Pass. We have looked at the Voynich manuscript's indecipherable pages. We have listened to the Tao's hum that only some people can hear. We have searched for Jimmy Hoffa and Amelia Earhart and the Mary Celeste's crew. We have sat with the Somerton man on Somerton Beach. We have looked through Rendlesham Forest at something that left radiation readings in the ground. 100 mysteries. And most of them, the honest answer, remain exactly that. There is a pattern in how mysteries persist. The most enduring ones, the ones that survive centuries of investigation, share certain features. They happened in remote locations, or long ago, or to people who couldn't or wouldn't speak. The physical evidence is incomplete, destroyed, or was never properly gathered. The witnesses are dead or credibility is contested, and the events themselves often sit at the intersection of the ordinary and the extraordinary in ways that make both mundane and extraordinary explanations feel slightly wrong. Mystery is often a structural condition, not just a temporary gap waiting to be filled. We have found, across 100 mysteries, that official explanations are not always right and are not always wrong. The Bermuda Triangle's official non-mystery is correct. The statistics don't support it. The Dyatlov Pass's snow slab explanation is probably correct. The Phoenix Light's early formation remains officially unidentified, and the flare explanation is partially correct. The Havana Syndrome's disputed causation makes both the official explanation and the weapon hypothesis partially supported. The world is more complex than any single position on the trustworthiness of official sources, and the mysteries that teach us most are the ones that complicate our priors. There is something that unites every person who has appeared in these 100 stories. Igor Dyatlov and his 8 companions, the Sutton family besieged by creatures in Kentucky, the Mary Celeste crew who cut their tent and never returned, the Somerton man on his last morning, the 239 people on MH370. Every one of them was alive and present and experiencing something and then was not. Every mystery, at its core, is about the gap between presence and absence, about the impossibility of knowing what happened inside the experience of people who can no longer tell us. The mysteries we are drawn to as viewers are not random. They cluster around specific human fears: being alone in the dark, being watched by something we cannot see, losing our bearings in a storm, being unable to trust our government, being unable to trust our own perception, being unable to know who we are or where we came from. The Tao's hum is a mystery about our own senses. The simulation hypothesis is a mystery about the nature of reality. The consciousness mystery is a mystery about who we are. We are not just curious about the external world. We are curious about ourselves. 100 mysteries also teach humility. We have told you about things that seemed impossible and turned out to have mundane explanations. We have told you about things that seemed mundane and turned out to be genuinely unexplained. The Bermuda Triangle was a myth. Operation Northwoods was real. The Stanford prison experiment was fraudulent. The Black Knight satellite was a thermal blanket. The Rendlesham Forest left radiation in the ground. Knowing which is which requires evidence, and evidence requires patience, and patience requires holding open the possibility that you might be wrong in either direction, too credulous or too dismissive. Why do we keep watching? Why do mysteries hold us the way they do? The answer, we think, is that mystery is where the world is still open. Every explanation closes something down. It converts unknown to known, possibility to fact. Mystery is the space before that closure, when anything could still be true, when the world is wider than our current maps of it. The Voynich manuscript could be the most important document in history or the world's most successful hoax. Until it's decoded, both remain possible. Mystery is permission for the imagination. It is the space that hasn't been closed yet. 100 mysteries. Most of them remain open. A few have been solved while we watched: the Z340 cipher, the Dyatlov Pass snow slab, the Somerton man's tentative identification. More will be solved while we continue, and new ones will emerge. The world keeps generating things that are not yet understood. There are 400 more waiting for you here. We have barely begun. Whatever brought you to this channel, curiosity, anxiety, the love of a good story, the hunger for something that doesn't have a simple answer, we hope you stay. The vault is deep, and we haven't found the bottom yet.